Years ago, actually many years ago, I realized that life is about taking care of yourself. Literally, like if you take your entire day between the food you eat, showering, um, your daily body care, working out, your clothes, um, I'm sorry, your clothing, that is buying your clothing, taking care of your clothing, your shoes, your accessories, those things. Um, what else? Cleaning your house, having a house or an apartment or wherever you live. You take care of the space that you inhabit so that it's nice and looks good for you and makes you feel good. And maybe taking care of your car, which that's not necessarily taking care of yourself, but it is because you use your car to get around. So you know, you're having to take care of something that takes care of you. If you have, hobbies, art, whatever, those are also a form of taking care of you. If you meditate, that is taking care of you, connecting with spirit. Um, I said working out, eating food. I mean, just think about food, okay? If you eat 2 to 3 times a day, that's a good chunk of your day eating. And that's why fast food has become so popular or so like overused because people feel like they don't have time to cook meals. You have to shop for your food. You if you're like me, you prepare everything from scratch because you don't like fast food and you don't like and that takes time. Um Other things, just the whole life story. Like if you look at an entire day and what you put into that day, almost everything in that day, including your job, which pays for all those things that you need to take care of yourself, they're all about taking care of yourself. Everything. Everything. And some people don't take that good of care of themselves. Okay, they eat a lot of fast food, they're not working out, um, they maybe don't put too much thought or feeling into their clothing, or maybe they live a life where active wear is just fine. I mean, that's fine for their day, which is fairly easy. They still have to wash the clothes and dry the clothes and all that good kind of stuff, but it does make it a little bit easier. And then you have um, the food and the clothes are like two pretty major things in your day. And those are just the basics. Those are just the simple things. If taking care of your physical body, like not just, showering, but you got to brush your teeth a couple times a day, put on makeup, you put on lotion, you do your manis and pedis, and go in for hair appointments and dental appointments and doctor's appointments. And I mean, the list is endless. Literally, when you break it down and you look at life, your life, you may be a doctor, you may be work at, the grocery store, doesn't really matter. But your entire life like a large percentage of your life is about taking care of yourself. And some people get really into it and they over take care of themselves. Maybe. I mean, some people do spend a lot more time and attention on taking care of themselves. They work out every day. They don't eat fast food. They cook their own food. They're very cautious of the environment and the products that they're using so that they're not using something that's totally toxic. It's good for them. They spend the extra money. Food, they eat organic, or they grow their own. Some people spend more money on themselves than other people spend more money. Or some people don't spend much money, but other people spend a lot of money. Just those kinds of things. And I think that people forget that we are the most important in our lives. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, nobody else is going to. There is nobody that's going to come over and make you take a shower. There is nobody that's going to make sure you eat properly unless you happen to be in a loving, caring relationship. One of the traits of narcissistic personality is being selfish. Being selfish around, in comparison to how you treat people. It's one trait. It's not, one trait does not make a narcissist. I think it takes like 5 traits to have a diagnosis of that magnitude. But that is a prime example of somebody who puts themselves first. They have a tendency to do that. They are kind of self-absorbed and they're selfish. But if everybody was selfish, if everybody did for themselves, put themselves first, there were no people who put other people ahead of themselves, the world would be a whole lot easier to deal with. And there wouldn't be people feeling like they get the bad end of the stick, or, they might. For some people are always going to do that. It doesn't really matter. But I'm talking about, in general, the masses. If you put yourself first, people will have a tendency to call you selfish. They will have a tendency to say that you aren't much of a giver. You don't pay much attention to them. Especially, I think kids go through that quite a bit. Like, my mom didn't pay any attention to me. When the child should also be taught to put themselves first. We all should be taught to take care of ourselves first. Every one of us. And where I think we have problems is like my family my family. Okay, so part of my family, an influential part of my family, they were caregivers. I came from a very caregiving type family. They focused on the care of their husbands, the care of their children, the care of the neighborhood, the care of the community, and that's what they did. They didn't spend a lot of time taking care of themselves. And they all ended up feeling like they were taken advantage of. They felt depleted. They felt tired. they felt like nobody cared. And all it would have taken to change that dynamic was if they were taking care of themselves first. You know, if you have, exhausted yourself during the day, take a nap. Maybe a nap's what you need. Maybe you're really tired. But we get in these places where we feel like we have to be standing at attention for the needs of others often. Unless you're single and you kind of minimize your friends and you don't date much, then you can totally focus on your needs. Your needs are your number one priority. And that's kind of where I am today. I don't have anybody pulling on my energy. I get up, I do what I do, and I do it because I want to do it, not because somebody is asking me to do it. Selfish? Yeah, it's selfish, kind of. But I don't have anybody in my life saying, take care of me. But I think if people in general, especially women, because women have a tendency to be caregivers by nature. We are born to have children, raise those children, give to these children. Husbands usually, we take care of them. Hopefully they're taking care of us too, which has become a big problem. In society, there's a lot of women who are taking care of their husbands and not a lot of husbands who are reciprocating. They're not putting the women first. And that's where women get mad because Saturday comes and the guy wants to go play golf and she's got a list of chores that have to be done at the house. So hopefully you have a husband or a boyfriend who is helping you with these things. But I think if every person, about the guy playing golf, he's got it right. Okay, he is not the guy who is wrong. He's not, unless of course he does it all the time. But the guy who's playing golf, he's the guy that's got it right. And instead of waking up on a Saturday morning and thinking of the long laundry list of things that you have to do to make sure that everybody else's life is okay, you should be thinking about the thing you want to do. What do you want to do for this day? And I'm telling you, I lived this for many years. Many, many years. And all it did was piss me off. It made me so angry because I never felt like I had time for me. I never got up on a Saturday morning and thought, you know what? I'm going to go shopping and I'm going to shop all day long. Now, some women do, and God bless them. God bless them. Keep doing it. People need to be more concerned with their own wants and needs. And they need to do it without being concerned that they're going to be called selfish or narcissist or whatever else they want to call you. It's okay to take care of yourself. It is a big job to take care of yourself. And if you don't do it, nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody. There will be nobody there making sure you shower every day. Nobody there that's making you iron your clothes or wash them even. Nobody's going to do it. You have to take care of yourself. And everybody should make taking care of themselves a number one priority. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't help anybody else. You will not have the strength and the energy to take care of other people. Sometimes you get family members that get sick and you have to take care of them. You have to take care of your kids, obviously. But you know, one problem I think kids have is that we're not teaching them to take care of themselves. We take care of them and take care of them and take care of them and take care of them. We continually take care of them. And on some level, that is an absolute must. We have to do that. But if you have a child that you have to physically stand there and watch them brush their teeth every day, or every time that they brush their teeth, you're going to get very annoyed. And that is kind of the same thing. When you're raising a child, you don't want that child to be dependent on you to brush their hair. You want to teach that child to take care of themselves. You want to teach your children how to cook, how to make their own meals, how to take care of themselves. If they have emotional issues, if there's something that comes up, we need to teach our children how to deal with those emotional issues like an adult, like a healthy, happy adult. If they have struggles in school, we need to teach them to figure out the problem themselves, not solve the problem for them. If we're constantly solving the problem for them and not teaching them how to get to the point where they can do it themselves, then we are doing a huge disservice to our children. Huge. Kids need to know over the course of their upbringing how to take care of themselves and how to solve problems to take care of themselves. And somewhere along the line, we've lost that ability. Or somebody has destroyed it by calling it a selfish act. Taking care of ourselves is not selfish. It is necessary, and it's 90% of our day. It is literally 90% of our day. Even our job, we have our jobs to make money to take care of ourselves. Now, maybe you take care of yourself plus your family, but you're still taking care of yourself. And you've taken on more with a wife and children because you can, because you have perfected the art of taking care of yourself. So write down a list, like go through your day and just write down a list of all the things that you do to take care of yourself. And I think you'll be really surprised at the end of the day how much of your day was about taking care of yourself. And if not too much of your day was about taking care of yourself, then you might want to rethink your life. Rethink how you're living your life. If you had, the mass majority of your day was taking care of other people or taking care of other people's stuff, you're going to really want to relook at your day. You're really going to want to relook at the way you live your life. You need to be more selfish. If more people were selfish with their time and their attention, there would be a lot more happy people out there. People get unhappy because they don't have time for themselves. Especially women. Women are overburdened with taking care of other people. And that can come from things like, I remember when I was married, my first husband, or my only husband actually, I paid all the bills. I paid all the bills. he would give me money, but I was responsible for paying all the bills. Why? Why was I the one that had to pay all the bills? Why couldn't he take care of it? Seriously, why couldn't he take care of it? And I can name off 20 different things that were my responsibility that he didn't do. He was the one going golfing on Saturday, and I was the one home taking care of things, being pissed off. So, who's the idiot, right? That was me. So, my advice, if you find out you're doing a whole lot of stuff that your family could take care of, that somebody else in your life could take care of, you're doing it all, and you are not being able to take care of yourself and make you happy, nobody is going to do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And you need to start doing that today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Do you take care of yourself? Do you put yourself first? Do you have a problem with people taking advantage of you and feeling like you're not giving enough to other people? I love hearing stories about that. Leave a comment. Bye.